tonight. One Central Coast city hit hard by the COVID pandemic, now looking at commercial cannabis to try and help balance the budget. City of Monterey is driven by tourism, of course, but tourists, at least at this point, they just aren't coming. So the city is taking a closer look at pot dispensaries. With more on what that might look like going forward, we go to Action News 8 reporter Felix Cortez, who's live on Cannery Row tonight.
Well, Aaron, you said it. The tourism industry really drives the economy here in Monterey. And part of the thinking is that when all the tourists eventually return, they could support commercial cannabis and then possibly eventually pumping millions into city coffers. Roughly 10 years after Monterey put a moratorium on cannabis sales in the city, leaders are now considering changing course. The COVID pandemic playing huge in that decision.
COVID-19 devastated our budgets, which are heavily based on tourism and based on the subsequent hotel tax and sales tax.
Since the pandemic started last March, Monterey has lost $32 million in revenue. 100 jobs were eliminated, and the city now dipping into reserves to stay afloat. According to a report that will be presented to the City Council Wednesday, commercial cannabis could generate nearly $500,000 to $1.5 million a year in extra revenue. And there seems to be support for it. According to an online survey, more than 70% support commercial cannabis. A mail-in survey yielded more than 56% support.
However, we have some issues that you also need to address over the next 2-3 months when you are preparing the ordinance and also the request for proposals.
Roughly 50% of respondents voiced concerns surrounding noise, odor, loitering, impacts on youth, and public safety. But Monterey is a city driven by tourism, and those same visitors could support commercial cannabis. The city would first look at 3 storefronts placed in the city's tourist spots, like Cannery Row and Old Monterey.
Our town per year has anywhere between 4 to 6 million visitors coming. And of course, part of those visitors might consider frequenting one of those commercial cannabis operators here in the city.
And at tomorrow's special council meeting, staff will look to the city council for direction and possibly drafting a new pot ordinance. If the city council is on board, this new ordinance could be in place by the end of this year, if not the beginning of next year, according to the city manager. Reporting from Monterey, I'm Felix Cortez, KSBW, Action News 8.